back, everyone. We are so excited to be in Bowling Green, Kentucky today. We've just transferred over into Central Time, and we are meeting with a number of veterans groups here locally that are doing exactly as I keep saying, great work for the country, not reliant on government to be involved in everything that we do. We have amazing Americans working right here, and we're going to be learning about their programs today and sharing them all with all of you. If you don't mind, would you mind introducing each of yourselves and the programs that you work with? Just real quick so we have that information for you.
Justin Howard with Operation Stand Down Kentucky.
Larry Gregory with Operation Stand Down Kentucky.
Jim Wright with the Aviation Heritage Park and also with the Retired Military Officer Association here in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yes, I'm Bill Lytle, retired Air Force Colonel. Been here 20 years in Kentucky. Moved up from Maryland. And along with Benny L and some others, we did a Community Blueprint program that's ongoing. I'm semi-retired, but the Community Blueprint is what we're talking about, getting all these organizations together and talking about leveling the playing field so everyone in Bowling Green in this area, South Central Kentucky, has a good concept of what is available for veterans, but who is doing what with it.
I'm Robert Wilson. I work with the Kentucky Veterans Brigade. We mainly deal with the between being homeless and between corporate bureaucracy. When you come to Veterans Brigade, we basically check your information, and if you need food, clothing, utility, vehicle repair, and what have you, we gather from other communities as well as ourselves and our own volunteers to make that happen.
I'm Danielle Rice. I work for the Kentucky National Guard Family Programs, and I am a resource person that assists veterans, service members, and their families.
And if we can jump on, this is Michelle Shutt. She's covering veterans upward bound with Western Kentucky. If we get a quick introduction, we'll deal with Michelle.
Good morning, my name is Michelle Shutt. We assist people with their GI Bill, college application, financial aid, and career counseling. We also are a resource. So if people come to us needing specific things other than schooling, we hand them off and collaborate with the people that you see here.
So tell us a little bit about the program that you all are doing, and we'll share around because this is a connected group. Each of you has a piece of the puzzle, but together it creates a whole system, which is really the way I like to see things operate.
Instead of working individually.
Yes.
Chasing out your same tail. So, Operation Stand Down Kentucky is a nonprofit veteran service organization that specializes in 3 different key trouble areas for veterans. Fiduciary/payee services, we manage veterans' money. The affordable housing piece, we're working on, right now we're raising money to build tiny houses for veterans, affordable housing for veterans. And then third is rural transportation. There's a lot of veterans, especially here in the state of Kentucky, that, like I said earlier, something like 68% of veterans in Kentucky are Vietnam era. Many of them are getting older, a lot of them live out in the middle of nowhere. They have trouble getting rides to and from some of the major appointments. If you got to go to Nashville or Lexington or Louisville or whatever, and you have trouble finding a ride, that's a problem. You live out in the middle of nowhere, there's not a lot of people around you, there's not a bus or taxi or Uber or none of that. We want to, offer a solution and have a van that transports veterans to and from their appointments. So if you can manage the money, pay their bills, keep a roof over their head, food in their mouth, and clothes on their back, obviously you don't have to worry about them going homeless. The likelihood of higher depression, anxiety, due to suicide, that goes down. And we try to get the basics, the roof, food, clothing, all that knocked out, and then kind of help them work through everything else and resource connection with folks like you.
To kind of reiterate on the veteran housing, we produced a model which, when you talk about cracking tests in neighborhoods, most of the affordable houses now are in those neighborhoods, and they're normally 1 or 2 bedroom apartments, which allow larger utility bills. Well, we shrunk that living model down to a more affordable area where we can assist in running in the apartment, lower utility bills, lower housing costs, and make it affordable. So the money they do have will go far.
But your point too about a model that works, it's not just about can we get money that goes to support them. So if we
No.
can create a scenario where even a percentage of them now are in the space of manageability, that's a win. Win-win-win Really, really great. I like that a lot. How does yours start to complement this work?
Well,
I'm really proud to be affiliated with Aviation Heritage Park. We've got some incredibly smart individuals, real good brain trust, but these guys are so smart that we have this park that's dedicated to educate and inspire another generation by telling the stories that's going to be lost in time if we don't preserve it. So it's not unusual for a city to have a little air park and airplanes and the artifacts and stuff like that. The difference that we have in Aviation Heritage Park, we use those artifacts to tell the stories. We get a lot of tour groups, kids from libraries, homeschoolers, the mainstream school. And what is it about Bowling Green, Kentucky that we have just this phenomenal cadre of individuals that are so accomplished in aviation? I mean, it goes straight across the board. A town this size, especially 50, 60, 70 years ago, would be unusual to have a member of the elite Thunderbirds. We've got a commanding officer. But not only that, Johnny Magna, World War II veteran, in the Korean War also, but he was the commanding officer of the Blue Angels. So what's the odds a town of this size would have something like that? And we've got the artifacts there to represent these individuals. And we'll tell you the stories and just kind of show you what we do to help inspire another generation, to show them what is possible when you take average people off the street who dedicate and commit themselves to a purpose and what they can achieve. The latest accomplishment we did was to honor Willa Brown. She was born in the early 1900s, black lady from Glasgow, Kentucky, incredibly accomplished. She was a lieutenant colonel in the Civil Air Patrol, but with her husband up at Harlan Field in Chicago, did a lot of the flight training, and probably over 200 of the Tuskegee Airmen got their training initially from Willa Brown. And who knows about Willa Brown? I mean, it's kind of a local phenomenon up in Glasgow, but we want to inspire people to let them know what can be accomplished. So
And I love your point. So one of the things we know is that the movie Star Wars was an inspiration to a huge generation to want to go into space. One of the things we talk a lot about at the Pentagon is that we have a 25% eligibility rating right now, and it's declining. And we're heading into cyberspace, where we're also then talking about young people who may not necessarily find that the military rank structure and rules fit their out-of-the-box thinking or preferences, and the challenge has become recognizing that, in fact, we're now competing with the jobs that they can have in the civilian world, which pay more, have fewer rules, requirements, and expectations, but with this absolute need to make sure we continue to defend the nation. One of the things that comes out is, how do we start inspiring these young people to want to do what you all have seen? And so I love that you're sharing those stories. Yeah, absolutely.
that's where we all get our stuff.
Completely.
I had the opportunity to ride in the Huey helicopter at one of their events that they did, and I mean, it was amazing. So they take it out of the books, they take it out of history, and they put kids and people that have never had that experience into history.
I flew
So, did you? I was like mind blown. So yeah,
I love it.
that park is amazing.
So how does that inspire you to get to your job? Because I understand you're the coordinator of much of this. On the inside, we call that the cat herder, but we may not use that term.
I like to herd butterflies.
Butterflies, that's good.
So I work for the Kentucky National Guard as a family assistance specialist. So I'm a civilian contractor. So I have some red tape that I have to get through sometimes just working for the military. But the great thing is I also have the ability to work with all of these wonderful organizations. And so I have to do community outreach, marketing, of my program. And so that has led me to meet all of these wonderful people. And then I just kind of have that attitude about myself where I just jump in and kind of make myself a part of things. So that's just, I'm involved in everything just because I love it. I think I have like over 600 National Guardsmen that I visit, every quarter and check in with them, go to their drill, and, I assist their families. just did a going away ceremony for the group that left out of Owensboro for their deployment. So we got them ready to go, and I love my job. So, and I get to work with all different kinds. I mean, I get to work with the veterans, the families, survivors, current service members, their youth. It's amazing. So,
One of the things that I love about the military that we're not seeing as much in our country is this notion of whole person care. And when you're talking about, I'll expand that to whole family care, right? And so talk to me a little bit about what you see from a story perspective that your work, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I'm going to suspect that the work you're doing at this point decreases the likelihood that these gentlemen have to get involved later. And the inspiration of these stories encourage the young people in these families to continue the tradition. So talk to me a little bit about how you see that impacting.
So I think that just working with all of these individuals, because I didn't serve in the military, but I have been a part of a military family. I was married to a service member for 11 years. So, I mean, just knowing the military family, knowing where they come from, that helped me a lot coming into this job, because I knew some of the needs that these families were going to have.
I love it. What do you think would happen if you as the coordinating body between these groups did not exist? Well, I mean, this is the question because it is, point earlier, we respond to a line item in the budget. This is the number one issue that I see in government, absolute number one issue, because it results in a lack of results. I should say it leads to a lack of results. So what has to happen, or at least what I recommended, was we need to have you, that's me, being this coordinating body, but it's hard to quantify, it's hard to describe what that thing is and why it's so important. So this is a great opportunity to illustrate and kind of give us the exemplar of what happens when we have individual groups, which is great. What happens even better when we connect them? I love it. What do you think would happen if you as the coordinating body between these groups did not exist? Well, I mean, this is the question because it is, point earlier, we respond to a line item in a budget. This is the number one issue that I see in government, absolute number one issue, because it results in a lack of results.
Right.
I should say it leads to a lack of results. So what has to happen, or at least what I recommended, was we need to have you, that's me, being this coordinating body, but it's hard to quantify, it's hard to describe what that thing is and why it's so important. So this is a great opportunity for you to illustrate and kind of give us the exemplar of what happens when we have individual groups, which is great, but what happens even better when we connect them.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, unfortunately, what I see of people getting out of the military is that transition period that is so critical. Because if we don't reach them during transition, they do end up, what you're talking about, homeless or having issues of drugs or alcohol. And the things that they share with me is we don't know what's out there. And it's so hard to reach, I believe, it's my opinion, the younger people. The older people have that history of VFW, American Legion, and then you've got these young guys coming up saying, well, I know there's other people out there like me, but where are they? Chopping block several times lately. And we provide free services, tutoring, counseling. We walk them from point A all the way into school, getting out, helping them. There's so much red tape. And what they've shared with me is the little bit that they're taught to, and other military people tell me, they share that when they're getting out, they're thrown so much information that it's overwhelming.
It's a fire hose of information.
Exactly. Once they're, you're leaving, okay, so come to these meetings. This is all that's available to you once you get out. And you're like, I don't know where to begin. And that's where we help them. And it's true. They know they have people that can count on. They know they have people that get this question. Because otherwise we're setting them up for failure. Giving them a bunch of money and saying go to school or go to work, and it doesn't help anybody. have to have people.
That doesn't always solve your problems, just give them money.
Exactly.
Oh, a lot of times it'll make it worse. I'll tell you all about that. When you give them money, then their problems just get worse. That's typically, you've got to have structure, you've got to have a plan, you've got to have the hand holding, usually for veterans with the PTSD and the
That's
anxiety.
what I'm used to.
We get overwhelmed like this.
And
And yes,
used to structure.
we're used to having a very structured lifestyle
What they should do.
where somebody's going to tell you where to be, what to do, how to dress, and
But
everything
they
that you're
don't
going to
share
do.
that with me. They're so used to, I have these rules to go by.
Yep.
Now, there's so many choices. That's the word
Options,
they
I'm
use.
not
So
used
many
to
options.
Tell me what to do.
Well, I like to say government works best when it's a facilitator versus a regulator. And one of the examples I frequently give is the FAR, and I don't know if you're familiar with this, it's the Federal Acquisition Regulations. And the book is about this thick. The paper is about the thickness of Bible paper, and it is rules. And the whole purpose of this book is to ensure that government contracts are awarded fairly. And I laugh because I said the only thing this book does is guarantee that there will never be fairness in a government contract, because the only people who can apply for a contract either have enough money already to pay somebody to memorize this blessed book, or enjoy game playing so much that they enjoy the maneuvering around all the rules. So more and more and more rules do not necessarily facilitate change, and simply adding money to a position is about the most ineloquent, least innovative way to solve an issue. And frequently we do exactly, we create a line item and say this sounds good as a sound bite, but it does not actually help the situation or provide services to the people who need it. So when we are not problem solving focused, we are instead argument focused, we don't actually make those changes. So while yes, I like to say my personal views align best with the Democratic Party, my professional and problem-solving judgment lies with the entirety of the country. How
Right.
do we get where we need to go? Period.
God bless you. Oh, get ready.
My name's Bob Wilson, but they call me Dan.
All right.
Kentucky Veterans Brigade. And to connect to most everybody here, I originally started volunteering with Operations Stand Down Kentucky. I think what you guys are going into homeless, y'all going national. But I wanted to stay local. And by doing that, we're able to give more, and luckily for us, we're able to receive more. We've got a lot of programs for a lot of foundations here in Warren County. They'll donate money, but there's a stipulation. It has to stay in Warren County. So we take care of that. We do the food, we do the clothing, we do vehicle repair, we've done hospital bills, we've done lack of enough money for back tuition. That might be the right word for that.
And we thank you.
But Miss Danielle is actually our vice president. And I've gone through Upward Bound almost 10 years ago to get my education, and I appreciate your counterpart, or
Rick Wright, my
Rick Wright.
predecessor.
That's right, predecessor. I used to work with Larry Gregory here as well over at NAMI, so I'm kind of connected. I haven't met Jim until today, but and I've met Bill. Community Blueprint. Community Blueprint. So we're all really, truly are connected here in this community.
Because this is a connected group. Each of you has a piece of the puzzle put together. It creates a whole system.